Okay, so this is gonna be like a topic reading today. Uh, I was asking spirit guides what kind of a message the world needs, and it talks about being real, about taking the mask off, letting people see you for who you truly are, become vulnerable with the world. It talks about showing compassion to those who are different, who think differently, act differently, walk differently, dress differently. It's about acceptance, seeing each other for who we are and being okay with it. Um, the Knight of Cups is basically about offering us a small cup. Hey, stop it, Liliana. No, sorry, you guys. My cat's about to get in a fight again. Um, it's about acceptance. Bridget, come here. It's about accepting people for who they truly are. I don't know why they do this. Every time I go to record a video, they have to start fighting. Every time. And someone just opened the bathroom door and we're all in the bedroom. That's nice to know. Arizona is a very haunted place, just so you know. Anyways, you get used to it. Don't look. Oh my gosh, now my cat is looking at something that's not there. Great. Okay, well, it's official. I'm all freaked out now. Anyways, so back to this reading. I asked Spirit, what does the world need to know right now, today? And it told me to pull some cards. It told me to read off those cards. And what I'm seeing is it's time we start loving each other. It's time we start loving ourselves. We have spent so long in this world being so unkind, uncompassionate, judgmental towards others. And haven't you ever noticed that people who are judgmental towards others, who sit there and rag on people's looks, rag on people's bank, how much money someone has at bank account, always end up by losing something? I've noticed that. It's called karma. When you sit there and you rag on someone because they're different than you, the universe will put you in their shoes to help you understand that, to understand their point of view. It's not fun being made fun of. It's not fun being brought down, right? Sometimes people do that, and I don't know why. Even into, whether you're a teenager or a child or even into adulthood. I mean, literally, I have, I was bullied as a young kid, and even now in the workplace, people don't treat me right. And to be honest, I really don't care. After all these years, I realize those are the people that have the biggest problems. Because put yourselves in their shoes. What are their emotions? How do they feel? And I bet you anything what you come up with is they feel pretty bad about themselves. I almost cursed, I'm sorry. They feel pretty bad about themselves. And when they feel bad about themselves, they put you down. Bridget, come here. So, when someone is being mean to you, that's because they're hurting. They have unhealed wounds that they have yet to address. So I want you to remember that. That person feels bad about themselves. And here you are, you're probably feeling pretty good about life. You're loving life, you think life is great, you're living the best life possible. At least that's their perception. Okay? Perception can change everything. And that's another thing's perception. Stop perceiving people to be a one way and start getting to know them. Don't judge a book by its cover, because that's where you go wrong in life. And that's basically what it's telling you. And it also talks about the fact that, we all have a life purpose by healing each other. We're here to lift each other up. We're not here to bring each other down. We just aren't. Life isn't about, hey, stop it. Liliana, stop it. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. These cats, they're going at it again. Bridget, come here. Psst, come here. Bridget. Trying to get them to stop their arguing right now. They're in conflict. Back to the reading. Sorry, you guys. Now, see, even my cats. I got one cat that's obsessed with food and she won't let her sister eat. And I've got her sister who's always hungry. And so I give her all the food that she wants, but Liliana sits there and talks bad about her, or bad to her. And it causes a chaotic environment. And I'm trying to resolve it between the two of them. I'm trying to figure out a way to get them to resolve their issues. And some people tell me to let them resolve it themselves, but when I see my one cat that I've had since she was 4 months old, and she's 12 now, thin, and the cat that I just barely got, fat, there's a problem. But I keep hoping that they're going to address it. But Liliana is a Libra, and Bridget is an, what is Bridget? I think she's a Taurus. She's very down to earth. And Liliana is a bit impulsive. Trust me, she's impulsive. Not to mention Liliana was, she was a feral cat when I got her. She had only been in a shelter for 2 weeks. So it took her time to get used to being in a house or in a domestic environment. And it took me a long time. I'm still working with her about not getting into any of the food and making sure she doesn't tear into things, but she does have a session with food. And I would imagine it has something to do with the fact that back when she was a feral cat, she spent the first year and a half in her life on the streets in Nogales, Arizona. So I would imagine because of that, it caused her to be obsessive about food. Where you got Bridget, who has been with me since she was 4 months old. She found me. She found my tires. And she has always had food. And so it's hard for her to understand Liliana's perception. But you see how they have different backgrounds? But what Liliana needs to do is be more, she needs to compromise more and let Bridget eat. Because Bridget needs that food. And Bridget needs to be a little bit more open-minded about it. But she pretty is. Bridget's pretty open-minded about things. She's very laid back. She doesn't create problems. The only fights that are started is caused by Liliana. Bridget does not start fights. She might smack her here and there, but nothing major. Liliana will go all out on her sometimes, and I have to break it. But if you look at these two, my two cats, and how different they are, and how they have different backgrounds, and they sit there and they sometimes I get in the middle of their smackdown. It's not fun. It usually happens at 4 a.m. or something, and I don't go back to sleep. But Liliana has some serious mental issues that needs to be healed. Where Bridget has always been loved. All Bridget knows is love. All she knows is being spoiled. Liliana does not. Liliana has unhealed traumas. Who knows what she went through? I know she was a young mom. She had her son with her when they found her. Her son's, from what I understand, still at the shelter. But Liliana's got some major issues. She's still in the lack mindset. She doesn't know if she's going to keep this home or not. So she thinks that she has to sit there and purge herself. And she binge eats. And she literally is, if the shelter saw how big she was, I worry what they would think of me. Because this cat, and I mean, she's finally starting to calm down about the eating, but there was a time where she was constantly eating and throwing up, and she was going through so much food, but I've noticed that she's backed off on the food just a bit. But even at that, there are differences. Even with Liliana being heavy, Bridget being thin, at the end of the day, they're both beings. They both breathe. They have life. They have a conscience. They matter. And that's what you got to remember. So when someone's bringing you down, making you feel like you don't matter, you do matter. You matter more than you realize. Because the reason people are putting you down is because they see the threat that you bring to them. They're jealous of you. But you know what? That's their problem, not yours. It's not your job to heal them. The truth of the matter is, you're there to trigger them. You're meant to trigger their healing. So remember that when people go bad on you, okay? It's not your fault. Show the world the real you. This talks about you not hiding yourself anymore. It's about not letting yourself, Bridget, I want you in here. It's like I see this part of you that is so tired of being dragged down, put down, treated badly, that you've simply given up. You've stopped doing anything. You can't be like that. You're meant to shine. You're meant for the world to see you. The world can't see you if you're hiding your face, afraid of being judged, ridiculed. It's crazy how mean some adults can be. Some adults just are the most immature people that I've ever met. But there's also some adults that are really good people. Same thing with kids. Those adults that don't grow up are usually kids that were not held accountable for their actions as a child. Just remember that. So as they go through life, unless they heal, they continue hurting those around them. And clearly you're not the only one. So instead of letting this person take you down, or these people take you down, or make you feel bad, let the world see how strong you really are. Don't be afraid to shine. Be okay with walking around with your head held high, feeling good about yourself, because that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to feel that way, because you're meant to lead the world. You're part of the solution, not part of the problem. Those that put you down are part of the problem. Those that pick you up are part of the solution. My question to you is, which one are you? If you have unhealed traumas and you're tearing people down, feeling bad about yourself, you might want to ask yourself if it's really that important that you bring these people down. Because chances are you're creating bad luck for yourself. But if you bring people up, even when you feel bad and you see them succeeding and you're clapping and you're feeling good about them, you should be happy that they're succeeding, that they have done the lessons and they're ready to succeed in life. But there's so many people that out there that just want to take people out. This is about completion. This is about your life purpose, you guys. This is clearly your life purpose. You're a healer. You guys are here to heal people in this timeline. You are here to raise their vibrations and to help people see how beautiful they truly are. Just remember that. That's pretty much what this thought is you need to start focusing more on who you are and less on what they think. Okay? You guys have a great day. Thank you.